and I'm jamming to that bitch, and I'm like, man, this shit is just going stupid hard right now, dog. And I start feeling that shit. I'm like, damn. And then I call my homeboy back, and I'm like, hey, bro, this hoe kicking in. Fool, come pick me back up.
Come get me back,
Come pick me back up.
Money, I don't compliment no money.
Smoking
I'm
hella
running
squares
double
and shit
cup
like
full of
that.
grimace. I'm loving it.
All right. Welcome to Public School Stories once again
What's up? What's up?
Back.
with Senseless and No Limit over here. Our guest tonight is our motherfucking homie Klassifyde, another fucking local rapper from out here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Let's
What's
see what
going
kind of
on,
fucking
man?
stories we could pull out of this motherfucker.
I got some. I got a few. You know.
All right, so first of all, what school did you go to?
Man, I actually went to a few schools, bro, to tell you the truth. I went to Sunset High School in Oak Cliff, Texas. Shout out Oak Cliff, man. Ground zero, bro, the foundation, bro. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Oak Cliff. Shout out Oak Cliff, Texas.
Yeah, real shit.
What's school like in Texas?
I mean,
what's
shit.
school like in Texas?
So out there, Oak Cliff is kind of like the hood and shit. That's like one of the hoods out there.
Okay.
So man, bro, that's honestly where everything I started. I started making music at that school. That's
Okay.
when the first time, like, I was just like,
You met your homies that did music, or how'd it go down?
bro. It's crazy. Like, that's when I first started skipping school too. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Yes.
for one day, I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, man, I feel like skipping school. So I'm asking everybody, right? Hey, you want to skip? You want to skip?
I
What y'all want
feel
to do?
it.
Y'all try to skip?
See who was down,
See
right?
who was
Shit.
down, and then nobody was down for. I was like, fuck, I gotta go to class, bro.
Klassifyde was one of those dudes.
And then
I was always ready to skip. I was always down to ditch the shit for sure.
And then I finally met, like, there's a homie, he was like, you trying to skip? I was like, yeah, y'all trying to skip, so let's skip. So that's his name was
Yeah,
Nick.
Good old days.
Nick, aka Nemesis. He was rapping.
Okay, shout out Nemesis.
Yeah, and we were
Homie
literally,
Nick.
there's a street in the back of the school, bro.
Okay.
And then we were skipping like 5 houses down, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
school's right there, and everybody just smoking, getting high and shit like that. And he starts rapping, bro.
Yeah,
and
just
he's-
keep an eye on the school low key.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So he just starts rapping, and then he starts talking about like extended clips. Then he starts explaining to us exactly what an extended clip is, fool.
Oh shit.
And then he just telling. Well, he
They
was
put y'all
rapping,
on
and then
to violence
Yeah.
and shit too.
and then I don't know, bro. From that day on, after he rapped, I was like, man, you know,
hard.
I was like, I just want to rap now. And from that day on, bro, I just started rapping my ass off, like just freestyling my ass off every day, all
That's
the time, taking the shit, taking a walk, taking a run everywhere, fool. So that's how it happened, bro.
Yep. I
Yeah.
feel it. No, that's dope, man. Like, and it's dope now to see you, performing, like finally doing shows and dropping all this music and stuff. Like, I know you just did a show, this weekend. How was that?
That was cool, bro. I honestly feel more comfortable, bro, because I ain't been doing. Shows was never my thing, bro. Like, they was really like, I don't know. I say as an artist, that's probably like my weakest attribute,
Yep.
like doing shows and then networking. So I've been doing a lot of both this
Yeah,
year,
that
bro,
helps a lot.
which has been real cool. You know what I'm saying? But no, it was dope. It was dope. This is dope, people. I just trying to catch up to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
Well, what was it like in Texas? Like race wise, was it like predominantly Mexican? Was there a lot of like
Where I
mixed
was at
races?
In
or-
Oak Cliff, it was a lot of Mexicans. There's a lot of Mexicans. There's a few black folks. You know what I'm saying? I was probably cool with like the 2 or 3 that were there. That's probably, I'm exaggerating. There's probably more than that, but it's
No,
predominantly
that's
Mexicans.
that's basically how it
You
was
know
in
what I'm
my
saying?
school too. So when fights broke out, we were basically just fighting ourselves. Like I remember like talking to some folk where they'd be like, "Oh yeah, it was some major race wars." Like my little sister fucking moved to freaking Moreno Valley, and then out there it was like fucking
Yeah,
blacks
Mobile was
versus
crazy.
Mexicans and all this
Yeah.
kinds of
That
shit.
shit's
Like
crazy.
it got
When we first
nuts.
out there, when we first got out to Mobile, I remember it was crazy. Like when I first got to Mobile, I lived on Pattyland, which is right in front of Mobile High. And man, that was like the first time I even heard of a drive-by shooting, really, like, because it was just popping. Like the Mexicans and the black folks were fighting, they were going at it. And yeah, I just remember like right in front of my house, there was like a drive-by shooting. Shit was crazy as hell.
That is crazy.
And I mean, that's the thing that right here in Santa Ana, we didn't really have many, black homies and shit in school. We had a couple, but we was cool with them. Like, there wasn't enough motherfuckers to fight. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
fighting amongst ourselves. Like, so
Yeah.
Mexicans fighting Mexicans.
Yeah.
When I moved to Moreno Valley, I saw some crazy shit. But when I went to Moreno Valley High, I had this black homie that I used to fucking skate with. And I remember being at a park and seeing like it was almost like a Lord of the Rings style battle where it was like 80 Mexicans on this side,
Was that
80 black fools, yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude,
So 80 black fools on this side. And they all fucking ran towards each other in the middle of the park. So I just watched this shit go down. And it was. And I'm watching this shit go down. And I'm standing right next to a black fool. It's me and my black homie just watching this shit go down. And we're sitting there fucking smoking. Yeah, we're like, yo, what the fuck? This shit is wild. You know what I mean? It's like blacks versus Mexicans. And I'm kicking it with my black homie right here, just smoking, watching this shit go down. It was so crazy.
This was crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mobile. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. But okay, what about in high school? You have any? Who was your high school sweetheart?
See, at that time, it was the girl next door, bro. And
Bro, next to your house?
right next
Oh,
door to my
damn, I had
crib.
one too,
Went to my
low-key.
grandma's house because that's where we stayed at. Yeah. Nah, bro, we were, bro. Honestly, that's probably the worst thing, bro. Honestly, because like that's actually the first piece of pussy I got too. I was 14.
Damn,
I was
okay.
14 years old, bro.
Damn. Yeah, that was like it
That-
sounds like a fucking amazing story
That
already.
was-
Like you got the girl next door.
Yeah, that was the first. That
She
was
was
the
your
first
crush.
pussy I ever had, bro. It was crazy, bro. But like, yeah, it was wild, bro. I used to sneak into the window and fuck at night and shit like that. We got caught.
Damn.
We got caught so many times,
Bobby
bro.
Hill and
One
shit.
time we got caught butt ass naked fucking in her mom's bed, fool. And her mom came
Oh
home.
hell,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
that's- oh, man.
Yeah, so I'm butt naked, fool. She got my pants in her
You guys
hand.
had
I'm like,
the
give me my
audacity.
fucking pants. You know
You
what
had
I'm
the
saying?
audacity.
and then you know her daughter's right behind me. We got a blanket on us and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I got like little bags of weed in my pocket because I was selling like little nicks at that
He's
time.
like, who you gonna
bro.
sell at
I was
3 in the
give-
morning?
Give me my
too?
shit. You know what
You
I'm
just
saying?
showing off.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, I say she didn't go to my high school though. She went to another high school, bro.
Okay, but I mean that's around the same time, right? So.
Yeah. She was a fucking whore though. fool.
Yeah.
Or she turned out to be one. It was crazy, bro.
I mean, yeah. Once they get experience in high school, you be hearing stories. Like,
Yeah.
that's when you be
bro.
getting your heart broke too and shit.
Yeah, for real shit.
Like, what was your first heartbreak?
It was that one, bro.
It was It was like, yo,
It
she
was that one,
she
bro.
fucked the other neighbor.
Man, no, but yeah, bro, that was my first love, first heartbreak. She destroyed me, dog. Like for real, bro.
Did you ever have a crush on any of your teachers, or did you ever have a fine ass teacher?
I think, bro, one of the finest teachers I had was like in 5th grade or 6th grade. Or
What was
some
his
shit
name?
Like that. Shit, I forgot. I think her name was Mrs. Morales or some shit like that. She was fine. She had a fat ass. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to have my homie over here that ended up smashing one of the fucking subs.
Oh, for real?
And he had this bitch was fucking like buying them fucking like PlayStations and shit. I might have fucking talked about it like on another
That's
fucking
crazy.
podcast earlier, but I'm trying to have that motherfucker over soon. But
That's
yeah, that shit's
crazy,
crazy. And the subs was always the hottest. I didn't have any cool looking teachers,
I feel like
but every once in a while I have a cool looking sub. You know what I mean?
I feel like back then, like teachers fucking students wasn't really a thing as much as it is now, bro. Like you see that shit all the time now.
You remember
know
what
I'm saying?
PE teachers used to look like?
Like not good.
Nah, like, you
Like,
look
not
like a fucking
good,
PE
bro.
teacher. No.
I remember I told you I had one PE teacher that was fine in 8th grade. Well, it wasn't my PE teacher; it was the other PE teacher. But you know, I knew she was a PE. I knew who she was because she was fine as hell. That was when I was like the first time I ever used the word petite. Like, man, she's petite. No, yeah. So, man, what about being suspended? When's the first time you ever got in trouble? Like
The
in high
first
school?
time I ever got in trouble.
Yeah, like really finally got caught from all the
First
bullshit.
and the biggest time you got in trouble.
First and biggest time you ever got in trouble.
Probably one of those times while I was skipping, bro. I got away from the laws a lot though while I was fucking like in school, bro. Like that's probably the most I ran away from the police when I was at fucking Sunset High School. And then one day my stupid ass got caught. And it's crazy, bro, because we were just getting high and shit like that, you know, skipping school in some apartment complex, just walking around that bitch.
Yeah.
And then 2 of my homeboys get caught. and then me and another homeboy was like basically watching them get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like out the corners,
You
you're
can
like,
see-
damn, they
you
get
gotta
caught.
know.
And then like the law was there and they saw us and they're like, come here. And I don't know why, bro, but we went over there.
I did that
And we're
before.
all high and
I
shit.
did
We're
that
like,
before.
okay.
You're just like, fuck it, I'm caught. Like, fuck.
Yeah, we're coming. So we caught
I'm
like
not gonna
that.
run.
Yeah, so then that's the first time I got kicked out of school. Like,
They actually kick
And,
you out
yeah,
just for ditching?
yeah, for ditching and getting high, yeah, and getting
Fuck.
fucking getting high. They kicked us out of school.
Damn,
we went
did you
to
dirty.
It's like
yeah.
fucking suspension maybe at our
Yeah.
school back in the day.
Nah, they sent
Then
us.
again, we went to a continuation school.
I mean, I went to multiple schools, but
Yeah.
that's definitely one of them.
When we met, it was at one of those. Are they continuation schools, right? Yeah, we met at a continuation schools, Mountain. I forgot the fucking
What the
name
fuck?
of it,
What's a
though.
continuation school? Like an
So
alternative
continue.
school?
Yeah, it's like when you do bad
when
at
you're-
high school, like you're not getting your credits.
Oh, like
you know,
you're
not
behind and
showing
shit.
up.
School for fuck ups, dog.
Yeah.
Like our fucking mascot, like
And you go at your own pace.
they asked us what we should change the school mascot to, and the shit that won was a pregnant bitch. Like this is literally like our mascot was like we should have a pregnant bitch as our mascot because that's the only motherfuckers that went to our school was motherfuckers that didn't show up to school
Yeah.
at all. Motherfuckers that got suspended all
Yeah.
day. People that got expelled. I went to class with motherfuckers that couldn't spell.
Yeah.
Like dog, they used to call me Einstein. And I am not that smart. Like dog, like they'd be like, "Yo, who discovered America?" You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
motherfuckers would be like, Jesus? And I, you know what I mean? I'd be like, Christopher Columbus. And they'd be like, oh, look at fucking Einstein over here knowing all the
So
answers.
they
it
placed
was
y'all
fucking
in
dumb.
that school, or you
Well-
guys chose to go to this?
Well, it was usually
pretty
when
much
you
where you
when
end
you
up.
when you fuck up and you're getting like straight Fs and they're like, this motherfucker ain't gonna graduate.
But there was a worse school than that. There was one more worse school than that. Remember that? Remember the school by KFC? I think it was like I forgot the name of it. Yeah, that was a school for like really bad kids, like fools that already been locked up, and they come
Yeah.
out and they're like, yeah. But we went to March Mountain, which was like, it's like you might see a couple pregnant chicks there,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a bunch of like just kids that are just smoking bud.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We just skated, smoked bud, and all we wanted to do was just fucking.
Yeah, other schools for the violent offenders.
Yeah, the other one was for like the fools that are actually out there like
For
getting caught fucking jacking shit
for
and, you know what I mean?
aggravated offenses.
But yeah, shout out March. Shout out March Mountain. Mr. Peckles, the fucking PE teacher. He gave me like 20 extra credits, but I probably only was able to use 2.
Well, that's what's
You know
up.
what I mean?
Shit, that's
That's
what's
how
up.
ghetto it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. That's
Yo,
what's
hit a
up.
half court shot, you got a credit.
See that's actually where I graduated from, like one of those type schools, bro. But
Yeah.
we made it sound good. We were like, no, it's not an alternative school. It's an accelerated pace school. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
accelerated pace.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of just you get all these credits in like a short amount of time and shit like that.
No, they did give you the opportunity to like really work, and you could actually do some good. But
yeah.
I don't know who took that opportunity.
yeah, there was only a few. We need to have a like a 10-year
Fucking reunion.
Probably 15
Yeah.
at this point.
You have to hold that motherfucker in Moreno Valley jail, bro.
Hey, that is kind of fucked that they don't have reunions for those type of schools, right?
Dog, that would be a fucking
be
fail. I don't want to see where most of these motherfuckers ended up, dog. That'd be sad. All right, what about any drugs? Did you ever do any drugs in school or
Man,
like
that's like my whole life, bro.
buy drugs? Did you sell drugs?
Buy drugs, sell drugs, do drugs. At that time at Sunset, I was only smoking weed, selling weed. Bro, a lot of shit happened my freshman year. This is my first time doing cocaine as well. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
freshman year doing
Freshman
cocaine?
year doing cocaine, bro.
In class?
No, not in class. Not in class,
I think
but
mine was 10th grade.
10th grade.
I don't fucking think I
Yeah.
did cocaine until I was like 21.
Yeah. I had told myself
No, actually, never mind. I did do it in continuation school. That same motherfucking school, but it wasn't during school.
Yeah, during school.
No, it was afterwards and I was smoking a P-Dog. I didn't do it like cocaine, but I smoked it was a laced blunt.
Oh,
you know
Primos,
what I mean?
smoking the
Yeah,
Primos.
P-Dogs, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
coke,
Oh, man.
cocaine, bro. I was man.
That's bad. If you're doing cocaine in high school, you're a badass fucking kid. I swear, like shit.
I couldn't be in. Well, back then I probably could do cocaine in school, and I wouldn't be. Nowadays, if I were to do cocaine anywhere, bro, that shit just makes me paranoid. Which means like
Yeah.
I gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying?
The hardest thing I did in high school was fucking 211, homie. Fucking 211 40 to the head. Fucking knock my ass out. You ever drunk 211 before?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Really?
211,
That shit
fuck,
fucks
yeah.
you up.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, that's what we.
Man.
I think you only drink that beer if you're in high school or homeless.
Oh,
Like you're either homeless or you're like fucking got $3
or
for a
like
beer.
fucking like MDs and shit.
Yeah, Mad
That's
Dogs.
terrible,
Oh
bro.
no, I mean
That's
Mad
just
Dogs
terrible.
were lit. Like we had a homie in high school that showed us that if you go to the AM/PM or whatever and get yourself a
Circle
Slurpee,
K?
a Circle K, yeah, you get one of those ices. Let's say you get a blue icy, you match it with that blue MD 2020, bruh, and you just spill like half of that motherfucker in there, and it doesn't change the flavor.
No.
It doesn't change the flavor of the icy, bruh. And you're just sitting there sipping an adult icy, dog. And we be taking these motherfuckers to the beach, dog. You're just like, sipping a fucking Slurpee on the beach, dog, and getting crunk. Those Mad Dogs changed the game one summer, dude. One summer, that was all we fucking drank was those Mad Dog Slurpees, bruh. Like, motherfuckers need to try that shit.
That's crazy. That's terrible, fool.
Yeah, I remember we took shots one day before class, which was a fucking badass idea. Yeah, I got to class all fucked up and
You can't hang yet and shit.
dude, I didn't know my fucking limit. I was just like fucking face down in my desk, like trying to survive. And my teachers was cool. Like they didn't snitch me out. They just fucking kept me in there. Then he didn't let me go to my next class because my favorite class was art class.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, Miss Hanks don't want you in that bitch all fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
You're staying.
and shit like that. He's like, hey, man.
Yeah, Marge. Yeah, he was like, nah, you staying your ass in here. So he kept me in there for 3 periods, dude. He didn't let me fucking
That's
go
kinda
anywhere.
cool, bro.
Yeah, right. But
For
I
real.
didn't get fucking, in trouble and shit for showing up all fucked up. That teacher
Yeah.
had my back. Shout out Mr. P. I still got him as a friend on Facebook and shit.
Hey, Miss
That's
Hanks was
crazy,
dope as hell
dog.
too, though. I remember Miss Hanks was hella dope.
That's
She,
funny
you know
as
she was
fuck, fool.
smoking bud, low key.
She was the one teacher that we got to admit she smoked weed and shit. Everybody else wouldn't fucking say shit. That teacher, we were like, yo, what up? Yeah. Yeah, she would hide it really well, but we finally got her
Yeah.
to admit it.
Well, she knew a little motherfucker. As soon as a little motherfucker get mad, she smokes weed. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's how
Put
some
your ass
motherfuckers
on
are.
blast.
Yeah. Telling everybody this shit.
You ever smash in school before?
Man, you know what? I never fucked in school, bro. Like
No.
for real. I never fucked in school. I never got my dick sucked.
You
in
ever whip your
school.
dick out?
Yeah, when I took a piss. But nah, man, I never. But there was a few people in like an alternative school that I knew that fucked in the elevator, got caught fucking in the elevator. I'm like, shit,
That's
man. If you gonna
crazy.
fuck, I mean, you might as well just go home, bro. I'm gonna go
Right.
home. I'm gonna go home and fuck.
That's the shit that always tripped me out. That I was like, I heard these stories of fools like getting domed up in class or like
life, huh?
smashing in the fucking bathroom, and I'm just like, how the fuck you pull that shit off in high school? You know what I mean? What kind of game did you have? That was like you had some advanced adult man game.
Yeah, for real.
Like flipping motherfuckers, like what the fuck? Like I don't know what the fuck they was doing.
Like they say in one of them notes, will you suck my dick? Yes or no?
It's one of those fucking games that's like,
Yeah,
hey,
and then it goes
fucking
down,
flip
and
that
then
shit, choose a
and
color.
then, yeah.
Oh, you wanna suck my dick, dude.
Yeah, and then it's going down. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that game where you like pick 3 wives? Remember like you pick 3 wives, you pick like 3 cars, 3 houses.
It was MASH. Was it MASH?
Yeah, MASH.
Yeah,
remember that
bro.
shit?
I remember that shit. Yeah, I remember that shit.
vaguely remember that shit.
I don't know how. I remember
I'm
that
mad I
shit.
lost my little MASH paper. You're supposed to keep it forever. Now I see the game. Fuck.
Never gonna get
I
that
know,
shit
man. Fuck. Little mashes and then drawing the little S's. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
Fucking chain letters.
Yeah, the chain letter.
Like back in the day, dude, like that was the shit. Now you gotta send this fucking text to 30 people or else, some fucking little asshole shows up at your bed and tries to torture you. Back in the day,
Yeah.
you had to sit there and write 30 letters over and over
Yeah.
and send them out to people.
Yeah.
And then these motherfuckers had to write 30 letters. Like that was literally a
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, you were stuck. If you didn't want to get fucking what was it? Bad luck for 30 years or some bullshit. Those were actual chain letters. All right, any crazy fights you seen in school?
It's crazy.
Or were you
fights.
part of any fights? Like, did you get in any crazy fights?
Man, honestly, bro, I didn't do a lot of fighting in school. I was always too fucked up. I was every time like it was always about like getting fucked up, bro. Like and even when my partners would go fight, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna be at this bitch house. Y'all have fun, you know what I'm saying? So I always miss the fights, bro. Every time, bro.
You never even saw any crazy ones?
Never saw any fights. I know you had.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure I did, bro. But like,
definitely. Well,
I'm
I
sure
don't know.
I
You
saw
never
some-
know though. Maybe in Texas they don't fight as much, you know, because motherfuckers be packing guns and shit.
I doubt that very much.
I definitely see some fights, bro. But they really just not. I don't really remember them, bro. I don't remember some shit. Nah, I remember one time. One time though, it was like me and like 2 or 3 other homeboys, and then somebody was talking shit to somebody, and it turns out that motherfucker was like right on the next street.
Oh
And
shit!
then-
They're like, motherfucker, meet
so
me
we
at
go
my
over there.
house.
I think his name was Randy. Or
Like,
some
jump
shit
your
like
gate.
that.
Your
And
back
then
gate.
we go over there, and then my partner pops out. He's like, "Hey, you Randy?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, dude."
Oh, shit. Laid him out.
Spurs off on his bitch ass. That was pretty funny, bro. That was some pretty funny shit.
Man,
you
we
know
used to
what I'm
always
saying?
I used to always see fights because our homie fucking Kiki was a fucking madman.
Yeah.
This fool was a bully. He would
Fight
fucking,
everybody.
if he wasn't trying to steal something from you, he'd beat you up. Fucking,
That was the Devo on the block.
yeah, this motherfucker was a Debo on the block. But
Yeah.
luckily he was my homie, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, straight up. That motherfucker,
He never tried to fight
he,
you.
he protected me my whole life, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's
Like,
up.
he always
That's
held it
good.
down for me.
But I wasn't around him too much, but he never fucking tried to get crazy.
Yeah, no, but I remember one time, dog, in fucking we were at a high school party, and fucking this fool Kiki, we were at some house that had a fucking in the garage. We were all in the garage blazing. Like they had 5-gallon, what are those gravity bongs? 5-gallon gravity bongs, dog.
Like the fucking
fatties.
big ass water jugs. and
Yeah,
shit.
so we're in there taking gravities, and then the homie Kiki, there's like a monitor like that big right there. It has cameras, like, you know, facing outside. And for some reason, this fool's like, I want to fucking fight that fool right there. And it was like the biggest fool on the camera, dog. Like, and he took over a big chunk of the monitor. So we were like, damn, this motherfucker must really be big, you know? So
Yeah.
he's like, I want to fight that motherfucker. And it turns out that fool was like the starting fucking linebacker from like UC Riverside. Like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker was a big ass. So we're in the garage. This fool leaves. Next thing you know, we're watching the camera still, but you just see this fool fucking key come out and just sock this fool. Boom! And then he runs outside. We're still watching the cameras. You see this fool get all mad. You know, the big fool didn't really fucking affect him that much, you know?
Yeah.
So he's in the living room recovering. His homies are fucking, you know, like, what the fuck just happened? You see Kiki run out the front door to the front of the house. Now we're watching the front camera.
Yeah.
There's like 7 cameras. We're watching
Yeah.
the front camera. Kiki's in the middle of the street, starts taking off all of his clothes. You know, he just started like getting into UFC. So he's like, you know,
Oh, for real?
he's all about, but yeah, UFC was like popping right there. So by the time this fucking linebacker comes out, his name was Bear. Turns out his name was Bear.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker ended up picking the biggest fool named Bear. By the time this fool comes outside, Kiki's already in his boxers, you know, fucking like, let's go, motherfucker, come on, let's do this shit, dog. And fucking, yeah, he ended up fucking kind of like getting mollywopped, you know, everybody jumped on him, beat his ass. But, you know, he was probably lit. He used to fuck around and do
Yeah.
pookie and shit. So I think he
Yeah.
fucking, it didn't really like affect him. He fucking hops out, gets out being jumped. And then like, I remember like on the corner, he fucking ends up getting like scratched by some girl and fucking, he turns around and like knocks her out. And fucking like a couple minutes later, he gets apprehended by the cops. And then like,
He was like trying to fight the police.
yeah, he was trying to fight the police. Like, it was a crazy, dog. I think I've said this story before, but in the end, the fucking cops let him go because the girl, like, I guess, like, for some reason, like, the cop was like, no victim, no crime. The girl wasn't there, so they ended up letting that fool go. But like, that was like one story from so many fights that I've seen, like, in high school,
Yeah.
you know, outside of high school. Shit was
I seen that motherfucker get in a fight with a bottle of beer.
Yeah.
Like this motherfucker got like we were just chilling, and all of a sudden he just starts talking shit to his 32 ounce.
What are you doing to me?
And then he punched the 32 ounce hard as fuck. Like, he punched the fuck out of the bottle, like, so fucking hard.
Broke that shit?
It fucking sent the bottle flying into the wall, and the wall fucking broke the bottle. And motherfuckers was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, this ain't even your pad. Like, you can't just, like, break bottles against the wall.
Yeah.
You know? And he was just like, oh, my bad, dog. My bad. I didn't know I couldn't do that. Yeah, that motherfucker was crazy.
Yeah, that fool was on Cops like 2 years ago. Like,
Oh, real
he
shit?
was on Cops like a year ago. We were fucking watching, like the homie posted it. He's like, fuck, can't believe this is Kiki.
He got locked up on that shit?
He got locked up, dog. Yeah, they pulled up and they're like, Francisco, like, what's up? We saw you last month. I thought you were
He got
doing
out.
better.
He got
Yeah,
out. He was
dog.
like, hey, did y'all see me,
I
bro? Did
was
y'all
like,
see me?
fucking Kiki, man. You know, homie he just loves that, loves that
That
rush,
shit.
that adrenaline. And yeah, hopefully he gets his shit together, because that was
Y'all
our
ain't seen him
dog.
lately?
You know?
Yeah, it's been a
Nah,
minute.
he's locked up.
Oh, he's locked
up. Like, he was arrested for running like a chop shop and shit. Like,
Real shit?
yeah, he's a crazy dude. But yeah, that was a crazy ass little homie. A couple fights that we saw and shit.
That's
But
wild.
man, what's the craziest story you fucking had in high school, dog? Like
The craziest
craziest
story I
shit
had
you
in high school, bro.
just craziest, dog.
It's a lot.
Craziest.
It's a lot, bro. Damn, it's so many
Yeah,
crazy
it's kind of hard
stories,
to
bro.
pull from when you're just, like, fucking trying to come up with shit.
On the
Like,
spot, yeah.
It is, bro. Like, there was so many crazy times, but they all involve some kind of drug. All of them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What about another music story from school? Like, did you
Uh,
ever perform back then? Like, maybe you could, like,
Nah, bro. Honestly, bro, I didn't perform a lot back then. I was honestly kind of like how do you say, for like I guess shy or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying about it? Since I had just started shit like that, like I didn't even like freestyle a lot at school or anything like that.
okay.
But
I didn't even know I could rap till after school.
yeah, he said during school, nah, that shit not happening. But yeah, bro, and I feel like I don't know, like you know how somebody motherfuckers got that natural rapping shit. Like they start rapping and they just putting shit together. Their flow goes together and everything, bro. I feel like when I started rapping, bro, my shit was just all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a long time to develop, bro.
There was a crew at my school called the Deadly Poets Society, which is kind of like a play on the Dead Poets Society and
I was
shit.
just gonna say that.
Yeah, so it was pretty dope and shit. Those fools could fucking really spit. I don't know if they ever really fucking took off or anything, but everybody fucking seen these motherfuckers. I used to rock the airbrush shirts, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
fucking Deadly Poets and shit.
This fool worked at a spray shop.
Yeah, I used to work at a fucking airbrush shop, but yeah, so these motherfuckers was rapping. I never freaking really like fucking see it as a vision. I always felt like I could rap. Like I was really into Bone Thugs and shit
Yeah,
like
for
that.
sure,
So I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that fucking fast rap.
Yeah.
That's when we discovered Immortal Technique and all that shit, you know, Tech 9. Yeah, dude. So I loved rap, but I never really tried to rap. I think it wasn't until like, were we at March Mountain when we decided to start rapping, or was it like right after we left school?
I remember that pinnacle moment. Remember we were smoking bud. We were smoking weed at Badger Springs, which is like my old middle school.
It was in front of Mello's.
Yeah, in front of the homie Mello's house. We were like
Are you talking about
smoking
homo
in like the
homo
old
that make the
playground.
beats?
It was like
Another
old
dude?
playground area, and I remember we were faded, and we thought of our group name. We were like, we're gonna be the Lab Rats, homie. You know, like we're always in the lab, dog. We're always in the lab, dog.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Eventually, we changed it because like we don't want to be associated with rats. You know what I mean? So, but I think that was the moment. So it had to have been around that time, which is like probably like 2000 and
What grade was
probably
that?
like 2010 maybe. 2010 maybe 10th grade, 11,
Leaving high school?
like 10th or 11th grade or some shit. I was
Dude, my rap sounded way fucking different. Like one of my first raps was like, yo, it's the motherfucking Lab Rats, sicker than you hit us with fat caps, the fat cats, crazy
Okay.
motherfuckers with fat stats, we pop caps, killing motherfuckers to stab backs, we don't play, but most of all, we
I was
don't
just
play
gonna say,
nice.
bro, like I feel like almost like every rapper when they start rapping, you immediately want to kill motherfuckers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
dude. I was the most savage.
Yeah. You immediately talking about
I was
killing
the
some
most
motherfuckers.
savage motherfucker on the mic. Like that shit was so funny. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that shit was so funny, dude. For real though, so violent.
Yeah, it does, bro.
That shit's so sick.
I used to listen to a lot of fucking like 3-6 Mafia too, bro. And you know them motherfuckers. That's all they talking about some crazy shit, like doing drugs, some motherfucking devil shit.
Hell yeah.
I got really like deep into that shit.
Dude, first time I ever heard 3-6 was like, it was the perfect time to hear 3-6. It was in the homies SUV, and it was the homie Kiki's homie. So, you know, they were probably on a whole nother level. You know, they always used to keep a little shit from me low key. You know, I was a little younger. But it was in the back of his truck, and he had 2 12s in the back. And it was fucking, where is the bud?
Yeah, that's like the first track I heard too, bro.
Where is it?
Hard.
And it was beating up the block. It was 2 12s. And I think, like, man,
that's my shit.
my fucking, that day was like being blessed into the kingdom of 3-6. And he had 2 12s, was like even icing on the cake, you know?
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Yeah,
I remember on Instagram, bro, I saw this shit. DJ Powell was saying, like, how did my music, like, influence you? And everybody was making comments, and some dude was like, yeah, you guys made me want to do a lot of drugs. and then DJ Powell, he was like, so we helped you cope with life. I was like, this motherfucker right here. Right. I guess you can see. I guess you know, that's an optimistic way to see it.
There was always those songs that was just like fucking glorifying drugs like a motherfucker. Like fucking, what was that, Lil Xan? No, not Lil Xan. It was
Lil White.
Lil White.
With the pill with it. Oxycontin, Lortab.
Yes,
that's it.
That was the jam that everybody bumped in high school. We didn't do any of those drugs.
I actually saw an interview about him talking about that, fool. He was saying that the reason how that song was made was because he like popped some kind, I think he popped some Oxycontin or some shit. Like somebody gave him Oxycontin, and then he had the worst time of his life. He said he after that shit fucked him up real bad, bro.
The first times that I ever had was pills. I don't fuck with pills for that. I don't. People are like, oh, here, you want this Oxy or something? Like, hell no. Like, oh, you don't fuck with them, you should try them. Like, no, the reason I don't fuck with them is because I've tried them. You know what I mean? It's never a good time. I don't even get tattooed on them.
I used to have the pills. Remember? Yeah. My uncle fucking hurt his back in high school, like in 11th grade. I think I was in 11th grade, and he used to have like excess amount of Vicodin, the really good ones too, you know. So I remember I would load up every day. The homies, like especially Ja, the homie Ja, he was always plotting on your shit, you know, plotting on how to get a piece of it. He would call me, hey, fool, bring me a fucking Vikey today, fool, you know. I got the 32s, you know. So he would fucking pull up with the bikes, you know. We'd all pitch in on 32s, smoke bud, and we went through our little pill phase too in fucking high school.
These motherfuckers did. I did not fuck with those bikes, dude. I fuck with 1, 2, maybe, dude, and then it was just like, no, that shit was not good for me, man.
I think I probably, let me see, like I did like Xans, I did do Vicodin, I did a Lortab. Funny story about Lortab, bro. I didn't even know really what the fuck they were. I just, at one point after doing pills, bro, I just wanted to snort all the pills after a minute. You know what I'm saying?
You became an addict.
I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to snort shit, bro. So I broke this Lortab that this homeboy gave me, and I broke it down, and I fucking snorted it. I snorted it, bro. And after I snorted that motherfucker, bro, I swear I fell straight to sleep, fool. It just hit that motherfucker, just
overdosed,
just tripped out, bro. Yeah, pills, They were never really my thing, bro.
You got necros. I need drugs. Remember that fucking?
Boom! I'm snaring that.
Yeah, dude. There was always those fucking crazy ass songs that just. Like, we used to glorify drugs like a motherfucker. Like, Scarface and shit was always the film in high school. Everybody had, like, Scarface pictures on their binders and shit. Dude, that was actually the only pill I would fuck with is ecstasy.
Ecstasy was dope, bro.
And Adderall.
I got cool stories.
Adderall was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let's hear that ecstasy story.
First time I ever popped the X pill, bro. We had this cats that moved into this is in Mesquite, Texas. They moved in next to us. They were older dudes, bro. And they were talking about the X pills. I was like, bro, I ain't never popped the X pill before. He was like, you want to? I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're at his crib. He gives me like a white one man at his crib. We're over there chilling, bro. And it's been like an hour, bro. And I'm like, bro, this shit not fucking hitting, bro. I'm like, go ahead, take me home, bro. So he takes me home, bro. And then I put on some fucking 666 Mafia, bro. It's called, I think the song's called Crucifix or some shit like that, bro. And then I'm jamming to that bitch. And I'm like, man, this shit is just going stupid hard right now, dog. And I start feeling that shit. I'm like, damn. And then I call my homeboy back and I'm like, hey, bro, this whole kicking in, fool. Come pick me back up.
come get me back,
Yeah,
dog.
come pick me back up. So we go over there. I was just fucking, smoking hella squares and shit like that.
Let me change my Yelp review on this.
Yeah, for real.
5 stars.
Hey, bro, it didn't even really have a stand. It was just a little fucking white pill, bro. That was cool. After that day, bro, then I was fucking,
Yeah, we have a bunch of homies that would be like popping
Shit.
pills, like popping ecstasy, and I'm like, why you want to feel sexy around the homies, bro? Like, why like you do this shit around bitches, bro. Like you do this shit with your girl. You don't fucking like popping ecstasy just to feel good around the homies. Like,
and that's honestly, everybody would say that shit. He popped the pill one time. It was just me and him. We were just in my room chilling. He's on the bed and shit like that. He got the blanket on top of him. He's like,
he's like, yo, I'm just.
I'm like, what the fuck is you doing?
Yo, I'm gonna go home, bro.
he was feeling himself, bro. He was feeling himself for real. In that bitch.
Yeah, I never understood that shit, man. Like,
I don't know. I never, bro. Honestly, I never really popped a pill and just on the X pill. I think there was one time where I was like, okay, me and my girl gonna pop this X pill. We just gonna be fucking. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of the times it was just like, yeah, we just pop pills with the homies and everybody's chilled and everybody's just having a good ass time.
Hey, I remember first time I popped ecstasy was with this fucking fool that we want to go pick up a couple ounces of weed with. And he was like, yo, I'm trying to make sure y'all ain't 5-0. It's like, yeah, pop this ecstasy pill. And it was me and Tommy Thompson. You know what I mean? Yeah, we all fucking looked at each other like, fuck it, dude, let's go. You know what I mean? We popped this shit. At the time, I was with this chick that didn't really like me being on, fucking different drugs and shit. And I'm like, go home trying to hide the fact that I'm on ecstasy and shit. And we start getting into it. And I just remember my body was moving slow, but my head was making out with her at a way different speed than my body was moving. You know what I mean? So my body is like moving slow, but my head's moving like making out with her like just like, what the fuck? She's like, why are you moving like that? That shit was weird as fuck, man. I remember trying to fuck on ecstasy. It
wasn't working.
Nah, dude, it would get up and then come down, and then like the second I would think of anything else, my shit was gone. You know what I mean? And I would get back into it, and then I'd be like, but what the fuck? Like, I want to, you know what I mean? Think about something else really quick, and that shit was gone. Like, no, dude, I was going back and forth. I couldn't do it. Never busted a nut. Yeah, I mean, I felt it. Yeah. You go back and forth, man. Like, it's not. That people say that I don't know if it's the come down when people say busting a nut on ecstasy, but I couldn't do it.
I don't even know, bro. Fucking, I haven't even popped the X pill. It's been years, bro. I don't think I could even do it now, bro. That shit probably had me too anxious. And
dude,
shit.
Even fucking like mushrooms and acid, I feel like I'm getting too old for that shit. But it's still,
for real, bro.
It's still fun, man.
It's
but it's like the other day, the homie hit me up like, "Yo, dude, I just made these fucking brownies. It's like fucking eating like 4 to 6 grams." It's like, I want you to try them. I'm like, dude, I got so many mushrooms and I don't got time for a fucking 6-gram trip right now, bro. I don't have time or
like 14 hours. And
shit. Like I don't got the time or the want. You know what I mean? Like I got mushies. I'm not just eating 6 grams for fun. You know what I mean? Like that shit's like, it's work. It's fucking work.
Survival.
Yeah.
Trying to survive.
Dude, that was.
When I pop shroomies, it's once a year, maybe 2, and it's like by myself. And like, I know that it's like one of those night experiences, I'm just like, all right, I'm taking these for myself. I'm going to be tripping out all night. I'm going to think about what I need to think about.
Yeah.
And I know I'm going to be thinking about this shit till like 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, you prepare yourself for that, and you don't want to fucking go through that all the time. Fuck that.
You go through existential crises and shit. Like when you're young, it's a party drug. When you're young, it's a party. You know what I mean? When you're young, you're just fucking seeing the fun, wiggles and shit. Yeah, as you get older, once you start fucking with those, it becomes work, and you're like, oh damn, now I gotta fix myself.
Yeah.
Like every time I eat mushrooms, the mushrooms always tell me to eat better. Like, dog, you need to fucking eat healthier. You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of hearing that shit from my girlfriend. I don't want to hear that from my drugs.
Just telling you what the fuck you need to hear.
That's exactly what happened last time I took shrooms, bro. I was in my living room, bro.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I was like fighting with myself and shit, like mentally, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The thoughts you don't want to hear, but
I'm
you have to hear.
I don't think this shit working no more.
You're like, fuck shrooms, man.
For real, bro. I was like,
This shit's telling me I gotta do more burpees and shit.
Like his sister, I gave her mushrooms, and she's like, "Why do they always tell you shit? Like, why do they tell you stuff you already know?" I'm like, "What you mean?" It's like they make you feel guilty. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're at that point. Yeah, you need to fix yourself."
Sometimes we need that external.
No, for sure.
We do know it, but we need to be fucking reminded.
Exactly.
Slapped in the face with that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah, it's that fucking realization. I never did mushrooms in fucking high school. I remember people that freaking discovered it in high school. And yeah, I didn't discover it till I was like fucking 21, where I was like, it was so hard to come across when I was young. I remember always trying. I was down to try PCP when I was young. I didn't give a fuck. Like I wanted to see reality melt, so I wanted to fucking try mushrooms like a motherfucker. It was just hard to come across.
PCP, dog.
Did you guys smoke weed in Texas, like when you were younger, or like was that?
Yeah, bro. That shit, bro. It's like
I know
it's like here. Except you can't get a dispensary. I'm walking down the street.
But the
smoking
cops,
weed.
they fuck with you really bad out there. That's just all that it is.
I mean, sometimes
I feel like
they'll
there is a
throw it
crazy
away,
stigma.
bro. Like they'll throw that shit away or stop on it or some shit or make you empty it out. But it wasn't really like serious. Yeah, if you see the fucking cop, you can fucking hide that shit or eat that shit.
Was it Strebo?
What the fuck is
Stress? Or was it like some chronic? This fool never had stress ever until he moved to Mobile.
Well, see, bro, my dad was selling weed too, so we had like he would get like I smoked the good shit with my dad, like he had the hydro and shit like that.
Oh,
he had some real good shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, say we didn't get no fucking 6-gram sacks or some shit where you roll, them big ass fat ass blunts. But we had some of that too.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, while I was in high school, all my homies like that basically smoked. They fucking throw in $5 for a fucking dub. You know what I mean, and go pick up. So I didn't know what stress was until I went to Moreno Valley, and Johnny and these motherfuckers were like, "Yo, dog, you got money on you got ends on a sack," and I'm like, "Dude, I got $20." And they're like, "Dog, that's a fat sack right there." And I'm like, "Word? That's a fat sack?" I'm like, "Let's go then." You know what I mean? So I fucking give them this fucking dub, bruh. And they come back with this big brown ball like this, dude, of this fucking... It's like an ounce of weed, bro, but it's like fucking full of seeds. Like all the weed's flat, you know what I mean? Like it's brick weed, you know what I mean? It's got black seeds, you know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? And they're like, yo, that's weed. Now I'm like, this ain't weed, dog. For real, this is weed. They're like, yeah, that's stress. I was like, what the fuck?
That's stress.
And I remember packing a bowl of that shit, and homie had a big old bong, and I'm fucking ripping the fuck out of this shit. And they're like, yo, slow down, bro, slow down. And I'm like, what the fuck? I clear this big motherfucker, and they're like, I guess, all right, I guess you know what you're doing, you know?
It's professional, bro.
Yeah, I used to show up with a bong. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I was fucking bong ripper.
We would smoke blunts in Mobile. You know, that's all we did. We would smoke fucking Swishers, the Peach Optimos, grape Swishers. You know what I'm saying? And we would just roll up just fat blunts all day. So this motherfucker is taking fat ass bong tokes. So we're like, oh shit, no, that's. Now you're like, you're gonna die, homie. Which I'm probably sure he still did because it was Strebo. You know what I mean?
And that was the first time that first time I got high with somebody's mom too. Like it was
James's mom.
Yeah, it was somebody's mom, but it came out while we were smoking, and I'm like, oh shit, like trying to hide the weed and shit. They're like, oh no, she's probably gonna want to smoke a bowl. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's how my dad was. He was one of those parents and shit. Smoking and shit with us, but he would just come, he would hit it, and then he would dip. He's like, I ain't chilling with you little motherfuckers.
Right.
And he was like, why y'all smoking blunts? Y'all just wasting it.
Yeah.
So he would always tell me, y'all just wasting it.
Nah, he like smoking bongs and shit back then? Pipes or something?
He smoked joints.
Joints? Okay, cool.
He smoked joints a lot, but he would still smoke blunts.
No, he was a connoisseur then.
I hit the blunt with it sometimes.
Me and Johnny always had the fucking fight because I love blunts and he loved joints, and I always wanted to roll a blunt, and Johnny always wanted to rather.
I fucking loved
roll
blunts when I was younger, bro. I loved fucking blunts. Yeah. Nowadays, I don't really. I mean, I'm like my dad now. Nah, fool, y'all wasting that shit, fool.
Yeah, right.
The homies be smoking chops nowadays over there in the fucking glass studio. That shit is savage. I don't know. You fucking mix a little bit of tobacco in the bong with the weed, dude.
Bro. No,
you go to another universe, bro. You fucking float, dog. You're off in outer space. Hey,
what was this again?
Skittles. No, well, one time we were at this session and the homies fucking packing chops, and basically like people would go up to him and just be like, "Yo, dog, chop me up." So this fool would fucking pack him a chop. And fucking, you know, they'd rip that shit, fucking spin around a little bit. There was one guy that didn't realize what a chop was. He just thought he was packing bulls.
Yeah.
So he goes up to homie and he's
Chop
like,
it up.
yo, dog, chop me up,
I
homie.
know what the fuck you talking about.
This motherfucker goes, rips this fucking bong, dude. Brrr, takes that shit, gives me the bong back, lets it out, looks at me and goes, yo, did that shit have tobacco with it? And we're like, yeah, bro, that's a chop. He
Bro,
goes,
I think that's like
oh, shit, yeah, dude. He just sat there and spun around for a sec, like, holy shit. We're just sitting there laughing at him like, yo, it's a chop. He told us to chop you up.
I think that's definitely like a fucking California thing, bro. Because I never seen no partners do this shit.
Dude,
in Texas,
the homie's
bro.
from Canada, and he said that's all they do in Canada is
Yeah,
chop.
that's crazy. Well, that shit must be like, I guess, like over on this part of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
never
nation
did that
type
shit either. I wasn't fucking down
I
to
thought
do
that
that
shit
shit
was
till I fuck
crazy.
with them.
When somebody did it, the first time I seen somebody do that shit, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Right?
It's a different
I was like, why you tainting the weed, bro?
Yeah, first time I saw it was at the disc golf course and shit. These fools are digging chops in the bushes and shit. Like, yeah, they're like, you want a chop, bro? I was like, what the fuck? I took one, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was tripping out on it. I mean, it gives you a crazy high, but yeah, I ain't fucking with that shit like
We
that.
would just smoke weed and then they'd be like, all right, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and boost my high type shit. That's what
Yeah.
they'd always say. You know what I'm saying? Or like they would get a black and mild and like for some reason they thought if you put your spit on it all over it, like it was supposed to get you higher.
What the
Or
fuck?
some shit like that. They'd be like, I'm gonna freak this bitch. That's what they say. I'm gonna freak this
I'm gonna
bitch.
freak this
Yeah,
bitch.
and they throw that slob all on that motherfucker. Be like, yeah, like.
Man, we used to fucking put promethazine all over the blunts,
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we
yeah.
were when we got into our
Real
lean phase,
shit.
bro. We were savages,
Real
bro.
shit,
Like we put that shit in the blunt, then we put it out the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
that
I remember I was working for this fucking paper recycling spot, and we started doing medical waste, and it was just like empty bottles.
Yeah.
But one of these fucking bottles, like I ended up fucking finding it, it's promethazine with codeine, but it was
Yeah.
hella expired. Like
Fuck it.
2 years expired. Yeah, dog. But I didn't give a fuck. I took that shit. Yeah, I fucking brought that shit to the fucking homies pad. That motherfucker tasted like sour candy, bruh. Like it
Ooh.
was not supposed to taste like that.
Ew.
But I would get this shit, and I would like fucking put it on the blunt, and these motherfuckers were like, "What the fuck? Like that shit is not gonna fucking hit." Everybody was talking shit on this blunt. We were at this fucking party, and dog, just fucking smoke this shit. Just fucking smoke this shit. We smoked it. At the end of the blunt, literally everybody was around this table at this party, just like
Like fucking zonked.
just fucking sleeping, bro. Like at a party, bro. Like the whole table was just out. Just
Hell yeah.
that shit was fucking crazy. That was that expired lean.
Motherfucking syrup. Yeah, bro. That shit, bro. That shit was so cheap back in the day, bro. Like, you was getting like a deuce for like $20, bro. Now they selling deuces for like 60, 70, 80. I don't even know now, bro. Like, it's fucking crazy. But I never really got into like really just sipping this shit like crazy. But I know homeboys, bro. Like, that's all they did. That's how they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always had a soda. I remember one time I was like, hey, bro, you want a big peach? He was like, no, there ain't no drink in it. He was like, I don't drink those if there ain't no drink in it. I was like,
And
okay.
motherfuckers get really spicy with that shit. Be throwing
Yeah.
Skittles and fucking gummy
Yeah,
bears and
yeah.
all this kinds of shit in that.
that shit
juice.
was fire, bro. That shit was
Hey.
fire, no lie.
Yeah, there was always motherfuckers that it was always the ballers that fuck at our parties. And
That's
shit.
how I
There
always feel. It was always like
motherfuckers
some shit
yeah.
for like some kind of status when you
Yeah.
The double cup, you know.
Yeah, it made you feel cool and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you wanted to put your homies on too, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What you want.
Felt cool as fuck sipping the drink, bro. Always got to show the shit in the Sprite. You know what I'm saying?
Leaning.
Yeah.
That's straight. That's that Texas shit right there, because that came all the way from Texas. Like,
Yep.
so like
H-Town.
one of those things, like when you grew up in high school and like right there, like you were just super proud of being from Texas. Like, did you ever think of like Cali or like anything like that? Like, who was your
Man.
inspirations musically too?
Like as an artist or
Yeah, just in
I
general.
listen a lot of Texas rappers like Zero. Y'all probably don't know Zero. I don't think he really known like that, bro. Yeah,
Nah.
Zero. Like he does like this fucking like rapping, but he does like also some singing too, bro. That's really That's really the cat that made me want to like start singing and like
Okay.
being more
look
melodic and
him
shit
up.
like that. Zero, he's tight, bro. He's tight. He talks about a lot of struggle shit. Now, you know, he's not like really struggling no more. And I really
Yeah.
don't listen to a lot of his new stuff, but the old shit I jam like on the daily, bro.
Okay.
And then like UGK, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's some more down south rappers and shit like
Were
that.
you ever
like,
an SPM fan?
I was
I'm-
actually.
yeah.
I was actually, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We were
I
mad
was.
SPM.
No
heads.
lie.
Wow, we were going hard on SPM.
No lie. Yeah, I was, bro. I was. And I would get I get all my black partners on that shit too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I had my homeboy singing that shit word for word.
Yeah, we used to be the same way. We'll be
Yeah.
in the garage just fucking.
Yeah. That
getting
motherfucker,
high,
ain't no
bumping
lie.
and
That
shit.
motherfucker, he's cold with this shit, bro.
He did his
He's really-
thing.
Yeah, we
He's
used to
real-
fuck with the Dope
and
House
lyric-
family
lyrically
shit,
fucking
all the
dope.
Chopped and Screwed shit. Dude.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
there was,
yeah.
there was like a whole summer all we did was listen to Chopped and Screwed shit. That shit was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, and then one summer, like our homie Yogi started kicking it, and fucking, he was finally the one that was like, "Turn this shit off, dog!" Like,
What, the chop and screw shit or?
no, just SPM. He's
Oh,
like, "This
for
shit
real?
reminds me of when I was all pooped out all night, and we listened to the albums like back to back all night and shit." And finally, like once that fool started coming around, like we stopped bumping SPM, and like we
I don't
started
even know.
bumping
I don't
more
even
like.
know.
Like we stopped bumping this.
That's why we stopped bumping SPM.
I
Yeah.
don't even know why I stopped listening to SPM, bro. Like, I don't know. One day I just stopped. I don't even really listen to him like that now, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth.
No.
I put him on every once in a while just for shits and gigs.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just so funny,
Nostalgia.
like his fucking style's just so everywhere.
It is.
It's
dope.
just like, I just bought a new chandelier. Why is your house looking so near? Like, I'm going up the street. You know what I mean? Like none of the rhymes ever linked together, but they all rhymed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was sick rhymes. It was like fucking
Yeah, bro.
like, why the fuck? Like, how did he link those two rhymes together?
Yeah, he was definitely lyrically. That's how you know you lyrically dope right there.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking. Dude, every once in a while, like me and Johnny would be like fucking freestyling, and we'll bust out that SPM voice and like kind of like.
How the fuck? Well, yeah, just to be funny, you know, catch a couple laughs and shit.
That shit's fun, dude. We fucking love SPM.
Yeah.
bro.
Shout out Texas, man.
Free SPM.
Free SPM. Fucking,
He didn't do it.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he did, but you know, but he did his time. You know, Baby Bash said it. You know, like why was she working there? You know, like
Oh,
he
shit.
was even stunned. You know. So, but yeah, we don't support any of it. But yeah.
I'm just making
Yeah,
cracking
yeah,
jokes. I'm cracking
yeah.
jokes. We don't support it.
Yeah,
And
this
I
is
turn
just a
this
high
out.
school story, you know. What I'm saying? But yeah, Texas, man, fucking Paul Wall was one of the first rappers that made me want to rap. When I
Real
heard
shit,
Sitting
Paul Wall?
Sideways,
I
yeah.
fucked with Paul
In
Wall. I fucked
9th,
with Paul
10th
Wall.
grade, I made my first mixtape.
Mike Jones.
Yeah, Mike Jones, Paul
Yeah.
Wall, like that was
Paul
the time
Wall.
where I really wanted to just kind of like hop on a beat because Texas was going crazy right there. And then
they
like
was, bro.
2009,
They really fucking was, bro.
2009, 2008,
Yeah.
2009, 10. That's when Mike Jones was popping, Paul Wall, and I remember the first mixtape I had was like Sitting Sideways, had like some
hell
Mike
yeah.
Jones stuff on there, and
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit
man.
was going super hard back then, bro.
It took-
Is it Chameleonaire too?
Chameleon there, he was fucking around too,
Chameleonaire
yeah.
was dope.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
they see me rolling,
that shit was hard as
they
fuck.
hating, patrolling, they
Yeah.
tryna catch me riding
That
dirty.
shit was fire.
Oh, there's a
when
water right there
it-
for
when
you
it
too, right
fucking-
there,
When
bro.
it hit, that song was fucking heat.
Yeah, no, that was dope for sure. So, man, any like crazy teachers back in the day? Like you don't remember any teachers getting arrested or anything weird like that?
Nah, I had some
Yeah,
cool
you didn't
teachers though, bro.
You didn't
I
have
had-
any diddling teachers that was diddling the kids? and shit?
Nah. Not that I know
No
of.
diddlers?
Shit, I just went to class. I didn't even pay attention to the teachers most of the time. I had some cool ass teachers though. Some teachers that really fucking like looked out, bro. Like I go to fucking class. I think Mr. Mosqueda, he was my algebra teacher, bro. I literally go in that class, sit down, crash out, ask to go to the restroom 30 minutes before class over, and just leave. And then and he was just, I mean, I don't know. He just didn't really say nothing, bro. But like, and he passed me. Like whenever I like, he just passed me, bro. I don't know why he did that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he shouldn't have been doing that. You know, probably that wasn't his fucking job.
He was like, I don't give a fuck. like this little kid gonna do something.
I feel like maybe he thought I was a troubled kid or some shit like that.
They
He was
give
like,
you
you
a
know what?
shot,
I'm
yeah.
gonna just leave him alone, type shit, bro. And I feel like a lot of my teachers thought like that, but they always knew I was smart because I never paid attention. I never gave a fuck about class, bro. But even with the least amount of time that I was listening, I would like fucking understand, and when they would give me tests, I just boom, and I'd pass. Like,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
That same shit here, dude.
Yeah.
I hated homework, but I would always excel in tests. You know what I mean?
School was always fucking goofy as fuck, bro. It was just more fun than learning.
Dude, then I found out these motherfuckers be like, "Oh, we need to give you like fucking how many like 4 or 5 hours of schoolwork during the day, and then like 6 hours of schoolwork for you to do at home." And it's not even about you learning shit. It's literally they're just trying to take your time. They want you to take 6 hours of your motherfucking time at home doing work, and I'm just like, dude, I already know this shit. I'm not gonna do. I got shit to do. You know what I mean? I really didn't. I was just bullshitting. I was a little ass kid. But I'm like, dude, I got a fucking life to live. I ain't gonna be fucking doing this bullshit. So I rarely did homework. I would find a way to fucking do that shit before school, copy it off of somebody, not turn it in. You know what I mean? Like,
but do you wish that you would have did better in school?
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess, you know, like it's like they say, would you change, you know, I mean, it's made me who I am today. You know what I mean? I feel
But
like
I bet you right
the
now,
reason I'm
at
an
your
artist, I'm a tattoo artist, is because
Yeah.
instead of doing homework, I was sitting there fucking drawing.
Yeah.
Better way to
You know
say
what I
it
mean?
is like if you were a parent now.
Oh yeah,
Well, like
because
now,
that's the
as-
thing. I guess I would have
as
done
your-
it different. I probably would have fucking joined the military if I fucking like, you know, saw it different. Like it's like 4 years of your life, you fucking get it over. Like now 4 years ain't shit. When you're like 18, 19, you're like 4 years. Fuck
Yeah.
that, dude. That's a long ass time. That's like a quarter of your life.
They tried to recruit me back in the day, but I was
Dog, and now that I tattoo so many soldiers and they got that shit that they're set. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They did their fucking 4 years and now they're fucking set. They got fucking links for life. They're
Yeah.
getting the fucking vet bill. They're getting paid out. They got a fucking house,
Yeah.
fucking sick whip. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
like, God damn, just for 4 years? This motherfucker's doing 4 years in fucking jail right now and they ain't gonna get shit when they get out.
That's true. That's true. Some of the motherfuckers don't make it back though. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true too.
And they
Don't
do
get me
make it
wrong.
back. Some of them are all fucked up. That's the
man.
one reason that deterred me from always going to the army or to the Marines or some shit like that. I don't want to like become all fucked up or even worse, you know, fucking.
That's true too.
Get
I mean,
killed.
yeah, there are some people that are fucked up. I tattooed a motherfucker that got blown in half. Like had the scars to prove it. You know what I mean? Like motherfucker,
They
like
put them back together.
yeah, like his
That's
fucking
crazy,
whole back was like shredded. Like
Yeah.
surprised the motherfucker could walk. Like he got damn near like got split in half, dude. Like,
And he's all
sick
good, but
ass-
he's like he's good.
yeah. I mean, I was tattooing him. You know what I mean? Good enough to get tatted. You know what I mean? Like shit.
Imagine like being a guy in like a fucking wheelchair. He's like, yeah, tap me all the way to fuck,
Shit.
right?
Fuck.
Tap my whole body
It's like,
down
I
there.
can't
bro.
feel below my neck, nigga.
Yeah. Go ahead, get stupid tatted. Go ahead, get done tatted. Full body tat, bro.
Yo. That's fucked up. I'm just playing.
Yeah, you know, dark humor.
Yeah,
Dark humor.
right. But yeah, dude, I mean, I guess I would have done a lot of shit. I probably would have done better in school. I just didn't really have a want or need to learn. They didn't make
Yeah.
learning fun. Like even math. Like I think about math now and fucking after doing psychedelics and like, you know, seeing all this kinds of crazy shit. Like if they were to tell me, yo, math is the fucking language of the universe.
Yeah, type
And
shit.
fucking like, dude, this is the secret to fucking, you know, the secrets of the universe right here.
Yeah.
You figure out math. They would have made it more interesting for me. I don't know if they were trying. I don't think I had one teacher that tried to make math seem fun. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like none of these.
I mean, how would you? bro?
Like I mean, passion. You know what I mean? You see passion. When somebody's passionate about something, it makes you feel like holy shit. Like I want to have that passion. You know. You know.
I mean,
but
that's more. That's
I never met a teacher that was
yeah.
passionate about math. You know what I mean? That was like, dude, I fucking love math. This is why I wanted to become a math teacher. You know what I mean? I wanted to show
come out in
them,
the
like-
fucking wizard costume.
Yeah,
You know what
motherfucker.
I'm
Like
saying?
most of my teachers would just bust open the book and be like, "Yo, turn to page 36 and do that shit. Do numbers 1 through 35." And then just fucking sit there and read a book or some bullshit and ask you if you need help. If you need help,
Yeah.
fucking you can ask me. And I guess that's one way to teach, but it was never like I was like, man, fuck this. Like, I
Math
ain't
was
doing
definitely
this
my
shit.
worst subject in school, bro.
I hated. I mean, I was doing okay in math until they started bringing letters into that shit and graphing. Yeah, I was cool at algebra too. It wasn't until like they started trying to like I could graph points. It wasn't until that they were like, "Yo, find the curve."
Yeah.
And
I didn't even get that
fucking, like,
far.
Yeah, it was.
Man, I don't even
Once
remember that
shit
shit.
started getting into geometry, I'm like, this.
I did so bad in school, but when I went back, like when I went back to adult school,
Yeah.
like when I was like
You did good.
27 probably,
Yeah.
bro, I killed it. Like
Yeah.
I was like, they would just give me the formulas. You know, you always start with one formula.
Yeah.
And then you had, but what was good for me is like, I saw the multiple choice questions and I would just work the problems until I end up with one of those. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's not on. And then once I found out how to make it equivalent to one of the answers and it made sense to me in my head, I was like, oh, so that's how that works. So like having multiple choices was actually beneficial because I knew there was only 4 answers and one of them was right.
Yeah, if you didn't get it,
Yeah.
you're like,
So
oh, fuck.
Multiple choice shit.
But it didn't click for me when I was younger
Yeah.
until I was older. But
I feel like as I've gotten older, I wanted to learn more. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying? Like
yeah.
back then, I was like, man, fuck learning shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get high. You know what I'm saying? Let's get fucked up. But like now, bro, that I'm older, bro, I'm like,
Hey,
I just want
knowledge
to
is
learn. I
pretty
just want to
cool.
learn all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn all kinds of shit.
No,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure though. It was a different mentality, you know.
Yeah,
like
bro.
now it's like now you're actually thirsty for it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But now it's like I kind of like want to learn the shit that I want to learn. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if I want to
yeah.
learn some shit, I'll research it on my
For sure,
own.
for
and
sure.
Shit. Like
And that's probably why we didn't give a fuck about learning shit at school. You know what I'm saying? Because it was something we really wanted to fucking learn. You know? Maybe if they would have done something like cool and shit.
that's what
you
I'm
know?
saying. Like, dude, my language arts teacher was fucking dope as fuck. Like, he
Oh
made,
yeah, I love
he
the
made. I
language
fucking
arts.
love language arts,
Yeah,
dude. I
yeah,
could
hell
always
yeah.
fucking like fuck around with like writing some fucking
Yeah,
crazy
hell
made
yeah.
up story or
yeah.
you know what I mean, write an essay or some bullshit. I could always pull words out of my ass and fucking you
It's
know
like
what
the
I mean.
only thing I ever got an A on one time in high school was
Writing papers and shit.
Language arts write up. It was about Andrew Reynolds, my favorite skater.
Hey,
Like,
And then you know what's cool like about language arts, bro, since like we're artists and shit like that. We actually use a bunch of those literary devices in our music without even fucking knowing it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's-
Like our metaphors.
That's funny. Like we
similes.
should start a group called Language Arts. That's gonna be the name of our fucking like the group as a whole. You know what I mean? Like it's,
Hey, that
it's a
shit would
couple.
be pretty
It's a
dope.
bunch of different
Dope.
fucking rap groups all under the umbrella of Language Arts. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know what I mean?
I'm with it. You're genius.
I hate them. They're just not fucking. They're illiterate.
Like this vocabulary is all fucked up. He said axe instead of ask. Oh man,
Oh, fuck! I think.
I think we're an hour in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just looking at the time right now.
Oh,
We're
just
an
about an
hour
hour?
15.
Shit,
I don't know
that's
what
cool.
time we started, but I mean it was pretty fucking fun, dude.
Nah, that was cool.
Dude, thank anybody for tuning in. Oh shit, I just had this bong in front of my face for the past 10 minutes.
I just put it down.
But fucking thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Klassifyde for coming down.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for having me. This is
Much
this
love.
was cool, bro.
If you guys have any ideas for any questions that we can ask, or if you guys have any fun stories, we'll fucking put them. We'll read them on the next fucking podcast. You know what I mean? See what some of y'all crazy stories is. But thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah.
I'm out.